Aloha, everyone, and welcome. It's Jeni Sayud here bringing you Ladies of Justice Wellness every day now. And I am so happy to bring you another guest speaker today. And before we get into that, I definitely want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in or listening wherever you're at. We have expanded our listener base, not just out of here in the islands of Hawaii, but even onto the mainland. So thank you for everyone's feedback, direct messages of how blessed you've been, for a lot of the testimonies of the women that we have sharing. As you all know, Ladies of Justice by Legal Shield is definitely a cause and it's an opportunity and it's a way for people to connect and get the answers and help that they need. But this specific platform for wellness every day is specifically to feature an incredible woman doing amazing things that have taken themselves out of a muck possibly and really made this message out of their cause. And if you haven't already, please message us or comment below. Let us know who you are, where you're listening from. If you want to be added to our mailing list or text blast list, go ahead and put your phone number or email there as well. But let me just share our mission statement and core values to set it up before I pass it over to our guest speaker. Just to again share with a lot of you who are new listeners, our mission statement is to help improve lives with our services and to provide women the opportunity and environment to build their belief and confidence, step into their greatness and power, control their lives, create choices, and to live a purposeful life. Our core values are to discover your worth, to take ownership, build an inclusive and diverse community, elevate women as we climb, create wealth and legacy, owning your seat at the table, and to integrate family as we do that. I don't know a better person to be able to share this. She's a walking testimony of where she's come from. I've gotten to know her here just in a couple conversations, but I know we've crossed paths for the past few years, and she met my husband first and he connected us, and it just was really in the line of stars, I guess you could say, or is destined or is purpose, that appointment, because as we started talking, I was like, I gotta feature you for our wellness days on LOJ. So without further ado, I'm gonna introduce Miss Rika Smith. She's gonna share her testimony, what she does as a profession, and what really led her to what she's doing today here in the last short years. I want to say short years because although it seems long as we're going through it, right? When we look back, we're like, wow, time has flown by. So Rika, take it away.
Hi, aloha everybody. Thank you so much for having me on this show. I'm so stoked. My name is Rika Smith. I'm actually originally from Japan. I lived in the mainland for a long time and I moved to Hawaii in 2005, and everything's just by God's plan and His grace and mercy. I got saved in 2005 and I just didn't get saved. Just wanted to share a little bit about how I got saved because it's just amazing. When I was like 7 or 8 years old, I read a book of Jesus Christ, written for kids. I think it's a book of John or something. But I fell in love with Jesus. Back then I was living in Japan. And so I went to my mom and I said, Mom, I want to be a Christian. I like this Jesus guy. He's so cool, right? Because he's so loving. He loves the kids. Jesus loves the kids. And I just wanted to be with him. I just wanted to follow him because, my background, my parents are kind of abusive and, well, not kind of, but then so I wanted that kind of shelter. I wanted to follow somebody like that. But my mom said, oh, no, honey, you're Japanese. That's a religion for Westerners. You cannot be a Christian because you're Japanese. So, when you're 7, you don't know any better. So I was crushed. But so just time went by, and I even went to Christian college. I didn't get saved. I was kind of rebellious, although we went to Christian college. I was kind of rebellious about Christianity. But I remember clearly in the beginning of 2004, I was working in LA, working at a Japanese restaurant, like a very famous, fancy restaurant. That's where you see all the movie stars, like Steven Spielberg, Julie Andrews, who else? Harrison Ford, Barbara Streisand. I mean, those people came dining wine. So it was a very famous restaurant. And this beautiful, beautiful actress, I can't remember the name of her anymore. But anyways, she asked me in 2004, she said, what's your New Year resolution, honey? And out of the blue, I said, I want a peace of mind. And that's what I said. And, back then I was married. I thought I was happy. But I guess something inside of me made me say that. And then throughout 2004, I know some people may think I'm crazy, but I know it's the Holy Spirit. I kept hearing 2005, May 1st, your life will be completely different. I kept hearing that in my head over and over and over. And, I'm thinking, oh, yay, that sounds good. I want a different life. To make a long story short, 2005, I went through a separation with my ex-husband. I was devastated because I was disowned by my family in Japan. So I didn't have anybody except for my husband. I didn't even know how to put gas in my car. I didn't even know how to do finance. So he was my everything. And all of a sudden, he left me and we're separated. So, and then I was working in downtown LA at this eye clinic place back by then. This lady who was studying to become a pastor at Fuller in Pasadena, and she, a Japanese lady, talking to me, and she invited me to church, and I was like, okay, kind of weird. But then, all of her friends start coming to the clinic, and then, oh yeah, what's her name's me praying for you. And I'm thinking, these people are crazy. They don't even know me. Why are they praying for me? But anyhow, I asked the lady if I could come to church. Oh, wait, going back. Sorry. So back then, I actually went to talk to a psychic because I needed some kind of direction. And the psychic told me to pray. And like, no, that doesn't work. I've prayed all my life. Nothing works. And so, I was kind of discouraged about praying, but I asked that lady, her name is Chi-chan, how to pray, if she could tell me how to pray. But anyhow, so she just invited me to church. So I decided to go to church that Sunday. And 2 blocks away from the church, I was rear-ended. But so I'm devastated thinking God doesn't even want me either. Nobody wants me. Nobody wants me. But then, I had no place to go. I'm only 2 blocks away from the church. So I just went. And after the service, the pastor talked to me and he asked me if I'd accept Jesus in my heart. And I'm like, oh, I need something. Of course I would. I need something. And so I say yes. And that was actually May 1st, 2005. I didn't realize that for the longest time, but that was 2005, May 1st. So that's how I got saved. So I know God has this amazing plan for me, right? So that's my faith story. But I think you're frozen. Oh,
So,
sorry. I think it's the connection. I think it might be
am I frozen?
Your screen's frozen. Sorry.
Hold on 1 sec.
Or is it me?
Is that better?
Oh, wait. I think it's me.
Uh-oh. I turned off my Wi-Fi so that it's my 4G instead. That should be better. Uh-oh. Now you're a black
Hello?
screen. Hey, Rika.
Hello.
I'm here. Can you hear me? Rika? Can you... Okay, good? Okay, perfect. Okay, I was able to hear everything until you said, oh, I think you're freezing. So I'm pretty sure we caught it. But you said that's your faith story, right?
Yes, that's my faith story, yeah.
And now, how did you get to Hawaii? How did you get to Hawaii? How did you get into the profession that you're doing now?
Okay.
That's amazing. That whole part of it of just, man, the prophetic word about May 1st, and then you not even knowing what prophecy was, and then you find yourself, I find that so full circle of how God is so good.
That is so good. Yes. Okay. So how I got to Hawaii. So my best friend and I went to college in Portland, Oregon. And like 2 days after we finished college, she actually moved to Hawaii. And ever since the day she moved to Hawaii, she's always said, come on, Rika, move to Hawaii. Yeah. It'll be just like back in the days. We can hang out together. We can have fun together. Hawaii is such an amazing place. Blah blah blah. But I always thought Hawaii was a place to visit, not to live. Right. So I visited her many times. In fact, that's where I met my ex-husband. But I still didn't think I would live in Hawaii. But 2005, after May 1st, we're talking, and Linda, her name's Linda. Linda said, "Why don't you just come visit me? Take a vacation, relax, right? You can stay with me, blah, blah, blah." So I said, "Okay, why not?" So I got to the airport. She came pick me up, and she goes, "Guess what? I have a job interview for you." I'm thinking, no, I'm here for vacation. I'm in my tank top, shorts, slippers. I don't even have my resume. So I'm like, I'm not going. I'm not here for a job interview. I'm not moving. I'm here for a vacation. And Linda goes, "It's okay. It's Hawaii. Let's just go." So I had no choice because she's driving, right? So, so here I am, right off the airplane with my hair in a bun, with tank top, shorts, and slippers, no resume. I go into this eye clinic, and they're looking for a Japanese speaking consultant. So I got hired on the spot. Yeah, I got hired on the spot. So, so she was right. It's Hawaii. I guess So, although I felt Hawaii wasn't a place for me to live, I felt that there's a divine connection for me in Hawaii. So I decided to move. So I moved, work at the clinic for about 3 years, and then recession hit. So when the recession hit, I actually prayed. I remember this on Sunday during the worship, because I loved the job I did, because I love talking to people. I love helping people. But I knew there's more for me. So at church on Sunday during the worship, I was like, "Okay, God, I love what I do. I love people I work with. They're like my family. But I know there's more for me. I know you have something greater for me. So God, I'm ready." Right? That's the prayer. Okay? And next day I go to work, and the business owner goes, "Okay, so the recession's been really tough on the business, and there's only 3 of us left in the clinic by then." And I had the least seniority. And he said, "We want to keep everybody, but it's really tough. The choices are either we let Rika go because she has the least seniority, or if we all agree to take 20% pay cut, we can keep."
Oh, wow.
And I'm thinking, "Okay, God, this must be your answered prayer. You answered my prayer." And I just couldn't really make them take 20% cut either, because they had kids in college and little kids, and I'm by myself. So I said, "Okay, I think I should go." And the owner was like, "No, stay, because they agreed to take 20% cut. You can stay." I said, "No, I can't. I can't let them do that. And I really believe this is God's doing, so I'll be okay." Right? So in my mind, I'm thinking, God is gonna like strike me and give me this amazing job or business. I'm gonna be so like wealthy, and I'm gonna start funding all the things I wanted to do. I didn't know I was gonna be jobless for 6 months.
Wow.
I was jobless for 6 months, and thank God for unemployment. So 2 weeks before my unemployment was up, I fasted and prayed, and I knew one of my downfall was my emotions. I let my emotions take over, and I just ruined everything. So during fast and prayer week, I said, "Okay, God, I know that's where my weakness is. That it runs in the family. I'm just like my dad. The emotion takes over. It's like, there's no way of my way." So I said, "God, send me to a place where I can learn how to communicate effectively without being emotional." And I got a call from this staffing agency, who said, "There's this matchmaking company in Waikiki looking for a Japanese speaking agent. Would you be interested?"
Wow.
I was like, "Yes, I would." So I went in. I got the job, and this is exactly where I learned to speak with people without being emotional,
Wow.
without me having to be the right one. I got cyberbullying because of the way I communicated. Because in the beginning, I didn't know how to communicate. But God really taught me to take my emotions out and get to the point and, speak the truth to help the clients.
Wow.
So God has been working so amazingly, right? And then, well, because of the pandemic, the company closed. But I've been working with life insurance company, PFA, for about a year now. I've been licensed for about a year now. And then I actually hired a coach about 4 months ago. Okay. And because I hired the coach because I knew I needed a structure. I needed somebody to show me the structure. Because I don't know how to I'm a hard worker, but I don't know how to work the system. So I hired a coach, and she's a Christian coach, and she's been helping me to see what God's real purpose is in my life. And that made me realize that when I first read the book of Jesus, right? Because I had this vision. I really believe that was Holy Spirit talking to me now that I know how it works. God has said to me that I will need a huge group, okay, that's going to help a lot of women, right? Women to make, and to empower women, to help them learn how to make money, how to be independent, how to take care of themselves and families, make the impact in their lives and in the society. And it all came back to me in the last few months. And so I belong to PFA, Premier Financial Alliance. We have an amazing platform for women. A lot of leaders are women, and a lot of immigrants as well too. So in order for an immigrant to succeed, it takes a lot. But so I'm really excited about it because not only this company teaches you how to be a good business person, but also teaches you how to be good with finances, right? And then along this journey, God made me realize the way for me to help a lot of women, I can set up a nonprofit organization. So my nonprofit organization would, of course, have some kind of system for women to learn how to create her own money. It's just like how old saying is saying, give a man a fish and he'll eat a day. But if you teach him how to fish, he'll eat forever, right? So, because, I kind of grew up privileged. That's why I didn't know how to put gas in my car. People took care of that part. And I didn't have to worry about the finances because I had other people taking care of it. So when I went through a divorce, I went to gas station, I pick up the pump, and I'm like, I don't know how this works. So I go inside. I said, "Excuse me, nothing's coming out. Somebody needs to help me." So I had no knowledge of how to live, and I was so ashamed about myself after my divorce because I felt so helpless. I felt so stupid. Anybody should know how to put gas in. Anybody know how to balance checkbooks or whatever. But I had no knowledge. I had all these nice things, but I don't know how I got them because people gave them to me. But as I took my journey through this matchmaking business and also this PFA business, talking to a lot of people, God had put so many amazing people in my path. I'm actually not the only one. There are a lot of women who may know how to put gas in the car, but who may not know how to take care of themselves, like physically or like fitness and wellness. That's actually
Self-care. Yeah.
health, or like hair and makeup. Because as women, we need to, of course, first we need to know how to make money. That's the most empowerment thing, because when we can create our own money, we have choices. This may help us get out of maybe like a bad situation, like a bad relationship situation or marriages, or maybe we can take us or our kids out of a bad neighborhood. So finance has to come first, and the physical wellness, right? Because if we don't feel good about our health, we cannot do a lot of things. So physical fitness and wellness, and also I really believe your physical wellness affects your mental wellness too. So that helps. And when we feel good about self, when we think we look good, and that really, enlighten us. So my nonprofit organization would help that finance part, fitness and wellness. And I realized during my matchmaking business, not too many people know how to do the makeup and hair. That's powerful too, because when we know we look good, we feel good inside, right? And also like somebody who can help us with real estate, because for some of us, it may be a scary thing to purchase the first home. How to do the mortgage, how to qualify for the loans and things like that. So my nonprofit organization would cover all that. So it's kind of still vague, but what's amazing with God is that He's already providing people. I have this amazing girl who can do hair and makeup. She's done a lot of famous people, so she knows how to do hair and makeup. I have this real estate lady on my team, for health and wellness too. So I'm just starting to see, when I first read the gospel at the age of 7 until this age of I'm 53, He orchestrated everything into this. So I'm just so excited because this is going to be so big, because God is so big. I've always known when people see what we can accomplish, people will know it's only God. God is the only one who could do such a marvelous, amazing thing. That we will just give Him, we'll bring Him glory. I'm just so excited about it, because this is only the beginning.
Wow, that's so good. What I loved about how you shared is how you set it up. You started up with your faith story, and then sometimes people just end there. They accept their faith, they grow in their faith, but they don't necessarily exercise or be the doer of what they're reading, and whether it's from the Bible or whatever the case may be, and they just kind of wait. But it requires us to work and put effort and to build and connect and to use relationships, but not in a I'm going to use you kind of way, but in a leverage where everyone wins. I think a lot of people, they're so scared of sometimes going after money because of what the world makes money to be, right? Instead, when you've accepted to love money, not to be in love with money, but to love money for what it could do for people, like fund your nonprofit. I think one of my favorite quotes, and I don't know off the top of my head who said it, but we use our for-profits to fund our nonprofit desires. And I love how your story shares that passion. And you just see, you're just glowing with knowing that where God's taking you has been greater and greater yet, and the best is still yet to come. So that's so exciting to hear. We like to win with wealthy women here, which used to be Wellness Wednesday, but now is Wellness Every Day. So thank you so much for your time, Rika. I look forward to getting to know you more, to exchanging and referring business to each other. But it's been so exciting. And I know it's going to get better and better now that you've invited us to your home. So
definitely, because everything happens according to His will.
Amen.
Nothing, we cannot do anything without Him. So, so I'm so excited. So thank you so much for this time. I really appreciate you taking time and this opportunity. And I'm just looking forward to getting to know each other and see where God takes us.
So good, guys. Thank you for joining us here on Wellness Every Day. And if you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel to get you more content, not just interviews like this, but we do a bunch of lifestyle stuff. My husband and I, again, Emson and Jeni Sayud, we live here in Honolulu, Hawaii. We work from home. We love doing life together. That's what I meant to say. And part of that is connecting with folks, inspiring, and just sharing stories. And that's what we do here on Wellness Every Day. Aloha, everyone, and again, thanks for joining.